Okay, till yesterday we had seen about the branch sh- stashing. How do we save the contents that we have done, and how do we ignore the files, whatever we have done. I mean, when we are trying to compile, we used to get class files and some other image files or whatever files that we are not interested to push it to Git. So whatever files that we are not doesn't want to push it to Git, we will be able to maintain them in ignore file. And then we also see about clean and tag importance is like if at all I wanted to tag any of the commit ID for my information. So how do we do that is what we had seen. Now we would like to start with the merging concept. So what is merge, and then why do we require a merge in Git, right? Let's start. You guys are able to hear me, right? Guys, are you able to hear me? Okay. Thanks. So let's start with merge. Say for example I had a branch called as branch A. Let's say this is my master, and let's take our feature branch with name as some test code or feature 1 code. Okay, developer started writing some code here. Let's say initially it was A, and we have introduced BC. So now we understand that whichever code is there in master will be going to prod, right? So that we know. But how do we create a branch? Whichever branch we are interested in, we have to cut a branch from that particular branch so that whatever code is there, that gets copied. So as of now, we were in master and we had executed a command called as git branch and feature slash test1. Git branch feature slash test1 by being in a master branch. Right? So when we had executed that, we had got a file or a code being copied to the feature test1 as well. So now as developers have worked on this particular feature BC, and they have introduced some code files like called as BC files, and now our task is to bring it to prod. So how do we do that is we have to merge the code that we have in feature to master, so that master gets updated with BC code. And once it gets updated with the BC code, we should be able to prepare a package and we'll be able to push it to prod. So that initially prod was having A, and it also will have a BC code now, right? So this is how the process that we do. So the process that we are trying to bring the code from feature to master is called as merge. Okay, so how exactly merge works? What kind of merge we have? We have fast forward merge, and we have conflicts. When we do some merge, we get conflicts. How do we resolve it, right? So all these things we have, and we also have a rebase. Let's see all these three topics. What is a fast merge, and how do we resolve conflicts if at all they are there, and how do we do a rebase? Okay, so let's try to understand what is a fast merge. So let's say I have two branches, same branches, like master and then the feature branch. We have master, we have feature. Let's say master as having a commit 1, and in feature also we got commit 1, because when I had cut a branch from here, so I used to have a commit 1 here as well. Now development team has done an extra commit to this particular thing, like commit 2, commit 3, commit 4, commit 5. So now I have to bring all these commits to the master. If what I wanted to bring all of these extra commits to master, what is the common ancestor we have? C1. Here also C1. Do we have C2, C3, C4 here? No, right? So this way of merge is called as fast forward merge. Okay, this conflict situation we call it as three-way merge. Okay, so how does this work? So what is that? How does that makes us a difference? Let us understand that. So we have a master and we have a feature branch, and development team has done this master, this feature branch, and development team, as per our understanding, development team has done C1 here, and we got a branch called as C1 here, right? Now they have done C2, C3, C4 here in local. This commit gets to our feature branch only when we had created a executed command called as git branch and then the feature test1, right? So now as we got a common C1 commit to be there in a feature as well now. So now the thing is, we have whatever update that we have done here in feature, we have to bring it to master. So as we had discussed already, it's called as fast forward merge. So what is this conflict and then what is this three-way merge? How does that happen? So let's suppose before we merge our code, there might be a developer who might have already committed his code of whatever changes that he had to C5, I mean as a C5 to master. Let's say there was one more developer, he might also be using a same feature branch, feature test1, and he has got a C1 here as well because he has cloned the code, or he had created a branch in his local, and before we merged he had worked on his change as C5, because commits will be unique because it depends on the file content and files also. So his file was different and his changes was different, so he will have a commit ID as different, will not have a same commit ID is being generated. So likewise he got a different commit ID which is called as C5, and he is going to he merged it as C5 to master. Okay, now master will have C1 and then C5 both, right? So now as he has done the commit, because in his case it was a fast forward merge because there was only C1, here also we have C1, extra was C5 which gets added. It's called as fast forward merge simply. Now in our case what happens, we have three of our commits which have changes. Now when we wanted to bring it here, this is called as three-way merge. How does this happen? So first, what is a common ancestor? C1 in both the cases. So this is considered as 1, and then it tries to verify the changes what he has done extra to C5, and with this C3 C4 it tries to merge. So this entire piece is considered as one, and this another change, and this is another change. So that's how it tries to check what is the common, on top of common what is change that is already available there, and what is your change, like 1, 2 and 3. This is called as three-way merge. The meaning of that is like it tries to check what is the differences and what is that I have to insert in master. If all these commits are new files, it tries to add those files without any issues. For example, there was a file in C5 which talks about test1 or any of the file called as 1.java, and as part of this C2 I had updated 1.java again, right? So in this scenario, if a same file and a same line gets modified, we turn to a situation called as conflict. That's called as conflict. Conflict formula is same file and same line is modified, you will turn to see a situation called as conflict. Okay, so that's called as conflict situation. So I'll reiterate this. So fast forward merge is like we have master and then feature branches, and I've created a branch of test1 from master. So whatever commits was there available, I used to get it. Now I have, as usual, I have updated my code here in a feature test1, and then this was been merged to master. This is called as fast forward merge. In three-way merge, what happens? Before I commit my changes, some other guy might have already committed it, so that will be available in master. And now I am trying to update my commits to the master. So at this time, what happens? Because already there was something which is not available in my code base, right? So but still it has to merge. So it will ask you to either pull and then merge. So during the pull also, the code that is available here in C as C5 gets merged into your local, right? So then you will be able to push your changes to master. So this is called as three-way merge, right? So it tries to follow a three-way merge, and it tries to, if at all the same file that you have modified and then the file has been there or been changed, then you will turn to see a situation called as conflict. That's how it works. And now we'll also understand how do we resolve this particular conflicts, and how to work with this conflict. Okay, let's start our lab actually. Could you please log into your VMs? This is what has been illustrated here. So C1, C2, C3 was there in master, and then C4, C5 was in dev branch, and after merge everything gets added. This is called as fast forward mode because we don't see any of the extra commits in master. So this is what the exercise that we are going to do. We will create a branch, git branch, and the branch name, and we'll add a file and then commit to it, the development branch, and we'll merge to master. We'll check out to master, and then we'll merge as a git merge and then the branch name which we want to merge. So whichever branch you wanted to merge, be in the target branch, and then execute a command called as git merge and the branch name. So that whatever branch changes that you wanted to, whichever branch you will have to be there. if you wanted a conflict situation, git branch and then the development branch, and then you have to modify a file in development branch and then a master also, and post that. When you try to merge, git checkout to master and then do, you will get a conflict situation, right? So we have something called as rebase as well. You'll understand what is rebase and how what's its importance. When we do a rebase, the importance was like instead of v, let's say I had cut a branch of a and b, and when I do a rebase, instead of there was an extra commit here, so instead of it doing a three-way merge, it tries to do a rebase as if it has been cut a branch from here. That's called as rebase. Then we will see interactive rebase and then pull and fetch. Then we'll see hooks and then we'll see differences of it. Okay, so now I am into Flipkart, cd Flipkart, right? I could see a file here, and I also wanted to see what are the branches available right now. Okay, so now what we'll do, I'm in master, git log -- one line will show me what are the commits that I had done in master. So I'll just copy it, so in master we have these commits. I'll create a branch, git branch, and feature merge, fast forward merge branch. Sorry, I have to become a sudo. Git branch feature and fast forward merge branch. Okay, so let's see if it is get code created. Git branch, and we also have a command git checkout -b and the branch name to create and then checkout to that. So now git checkout to feature fast forward merge. It looks like one of the file has been modified. Git master sorry git okay. 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 So now git branch because master was not proper, so I wanted to delete that particular branch, and then now I'm in master, and I will execute a command called as git branch, and or I'll execute a command which will create and then check out to the particular branch. Git checkout -b, and then the branch name, feature, fast forward, merge. So whatever code was there in master, it has to get copied to this new branch, and I will switch to a new branch. If you see a message, it states that you have switched to new branch as well. To verify, git branch, now you are into feature branch, and if you do ls, you are having a 1.java and then readme.files. Let's take the commits. Git log -1 line. So I do have a 3 commits: fast forward, merge, branch also have a 3 commits which are same, right? So now as I went to this branch, I have got these 2 files. I want to do a fast forward merge, so I'll edit a file 1.java with another line of code, right? And I will say git commit. We have shortcut called as git commit -am, which will do add and then commit, right? So now git log -1 line will give me what was the commit that we have made extra. This is the commit, right? So what was the commit that we have made extra here is the additional one. So now as we have got this particular commit here, I wanted to bring this particular commit to master. So how do I do that? Being in master, I have to merge this one, right? So git checkout. How do we switch to branch? The command called as checkout. So now you have been switched to master. Now what you have to say? Git merge. And what is the branch that you wanted to merge? Feature, fast forward, merge. See, it says fast forward. Updating this A0, this thing, with this one, which means it has updated. It was there like this previously, and now it has updated with a new one. Let's verify that. So we are into what branch now? Master. And now we have to verify git log -1 line. So did we got this file, this command now? So this is how, if you see here, we have got till A0, and then now we got CF0C274 commit also to the master. This additional one also we got from feature branch to master. Where we are in now in master, right? Whatever code changes that was there in feature branch, we got it updated in master now. This way of doing is called as fast forward merge. The reason behind that was no other guy, there was no extra commit which was done prior to our change, so it does as a fast forward merge. If someone does any change before our code base goes in, then it will try to do a 3-way merge, and it might also lead to a conflict situation. So let's try to do that example as well. So there is only 2 minutes as of now. I'll try to get disconnected, and then we'll be able to connect it back, and we'll try to do a 3-way merge over there. Let's start.